Well, welcome neighbors. Today we're going to make some smoked chicken quarters on our Weber Smokey Mountain grill. In case you don't know, a chicken quarter is a combination of a chicken drumstick or leg and a chicken thigh. So our first step is we're going to make a little bit of a marinade. We're going to marinate it in this for about an hour. I've taken some water and some apple cider vinegar and some kosher salt. You can go ahead and mix that up. And I went out to the garden and got some rosemary, which we'll add in. So we'll go ahead and get that chopped up finely and add it to our mixture. Mix it all together. And what we're going to do is we're going to place the chicken into some ziplock bags or into any other containers that you like, and let them soak in the marinade for about an hour. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab these chicken quarters, and what we're going to do is open up the skin and basically expose the meat underneath. I'm just going to go ahead and tear it, and what we can actually do, some of these chicken quarters have quite a bit of excess fat or skin, which we can go ahead and remove, so we'll do that using a knife. But in the meantime, we're just trying to get these open. Open them all up. Get a clean hand, and like I mentioned, we're going to go ahead and remove the excess skin and fat using this knife. And this isn't critically necessary, but there's no sense. This is not something that's going to be pleasant to eat, so we'll just go ahead and get rid of it. All right, so once we've got these all placed into our bags and the excess skin and fat removed, we'll go ahead and pour in the marinade. Once again, that's just a mixture of water, apple cider vinegar, some salt, some herbs. You could put other items in here in this marinade. You could put some Italian dressing, seasonings, beer, anything that you would like to marinate in, you go ahead and do that. But they will only need to be marinated for about an hour. Okay, with that hour come and gone, we're going to go ahead and get these out and ready for smoking. What we're going to also do here now is we're going to add some rub. As you can see, I'm adding it in directly onto the meat under the skin. I'll also go ahead and shake it on top of the skin side, but more importantly on the underside to get good coverage. We don't have to get too heavy here. And as far as the rub goes, you can use whatever your favorite barbecue rub is, whatever spices that you enjoy. I'm using one here that's primarily a mixture of salt and pepper with paprika, onion, and garlic powder. So go ahead and get good coverage on all of those. Once again, as you can see, I'm getting it in underneath the skin, getting it on the skin, and more importantly on the back side. All right, so we've already lit the smoker. It's running at about 260 degrees or so. I've used a apple wood for the smoke. The fruity flavors, are not flavors, but the fruity woods go well with chicken and pork. But once again, you can try different kinds of your smoking woods to see what flavors you like. So we'll go ahead and get them onto the top. Go ahead and insert the temperature probe that I use. I've got one on the grill in the front of the picture there, and then now I'm placing another one into the meaty part of the quarter, being careful not to put it up against the bone. We're shooting for a finish temperature of about 170 degrees or so on those thighs. All right, so I've let these smoke for about an hour and a half. We're going to go ahead and have a look at them. Their temperature right now is about at 130 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're going to go ahead and turn them over. As you can see, they've got a nice smoky skin on them. So we'll go ahead and turn them over. It's going to be very difficult to get a crispy skin on a Weber Smokey Mountain. You could achieve that by finishing it up on a grill later, or there's a few other tricks. But for now, we're just going to flip them over and put on a barbecue sauce. Once again, use whatever kind of barbecue sauce that you prefer. We're using a homemade, mainly a cider-based, a vinegar-based barbecue sauce, apple cider vinegar, white vinegar, some sugar-free ketchup, and some brown sugar, and some things like that in that ingredient, in that sauce. We'll also add more of the rub that we used initially. Once again, use your preferred rub on this. We'll go ahead and reinsert the temperature probe, once again looking for the meatier part of the thigh, keeping it away from the bones. So we're going to go ahead and cook this for about another half hour or so on this side. But we do want to try to get this Weber Smokey Mountain going as hot as we can. So initially I had those bottom vents open about the width of a straw. Just open a very little bit and the top vent fully open. Now I've gone ahead and opened the thing wide open to try to get that thing as hot as it can. It's not going to get super hot, but we'll get that temperature up into the mid 300s. All right, so we've let these cook for about another half hour. They are sitting at about 150 degrees right now. We'll go ahead and flip them back over. And we'll apply barbecue sauce and rub once again on this side of the chicken quarter. I'm going to take an internal reading on these to see where we're at, and right now we're sitting at about 150 degrees. So we're getting close, but we'll go ahead and give it a final seasoning here. Cover it with some of your favorite barbecue sauce. This is starting to smell really good, and as a matter of fact, in between takes, the neighbor called over the fence and says, "I don't know what you're cooking over there, but it sure smells good," and I couldn't agree more. So put that barbecue sauce on, and once again we'll shake some more of that rub on there. And then we'll go ahead and get this covered up. Don't forget to put back in the temperature probe. And once again, I usually put this into one of the larger pieces of chicken, being careful to avoid the bone. So I'll go ahead and push that on, and we'll cook this. It'll take about another 20 minutes or so to get it up to temperature. Once again, we're about 165 or 170 degrees. We'll go ahead and confirm that temperature with the instant read thermometer on a few of the other thighs. But these are done, and they're really starting to look good. So we'll go ahead and pull these off the grill. So once again, I'll just take this chance to remind you to please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We're a very small channel just starting out, and subscriptions and views are very important to us. We need to grow this channel, and we can't do it without your help. So those of you that have started and subscribed with us, we really do appreciate that. So once again, as always, I have a hot set of coals there, so I'm not going to waste it. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some hot dogs, some sausages on there for the week. We put them in the fridge. No sense wasting anything. So remember, as I always say, to make sure you get out, have fun, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes, and enjoy life. We appreciate you taking the time today to watch this video. Check out our others. Thank you.